today we're driving the Audi A3 sedan 2.0T Quattro S-Tronic. Now that's a mouthful, but one of the reasons that Audi has the name sedan in its nomenclature for the A3 is to help remind us that the A3 is in fact a sedan now. Previous generations of the A3 that Audi offered in the United States was a 5-door hatchback that was very similar in appearance to maybe the VW Golf. As you can see, the A3 has been transformed into a small sports sedan. Now, if this car looks at all familiar to you, it may be because its overall size and packaging is very similar to the Audi A4 from 10 years ago. In fact, the overall length is within just 2 or 3 inches of what the old A4 was. Its horsepower ratings are very similar, and its curb weight is within 100 pounds. So essentially what has happened as the A4 has gotten larger in Audi's lineup, the A3 has backfilled the old A4's position. You can no longer get a hatchback on the A3, but it is also available as a convertible. So the 2.0T portion of the A3 sedan's nomenclature refers to its 2.0 liter turbocharged direct injection 4-cylinder engine. This engine puts out 220 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque. For comparison's sake, if you look back at the old 2004 Audi A4, it had a 3-liter V6 that put out the same amount of horsepower and about 30 pound-feet of torque less. The A3 is also available with a 1.8 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Again, same displacement as the old A4's base engine. So that overall package with the 2.0T gives us 24 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway. Not fantastic by today's standards, but for the amount of power and the agility you get with this car, not too bad either. Base price of the A3 sedan with the 2.0T Quattro and S-Tronic transmission is $32,900. Our car has been loaded up to sticker at $40,895. Now what you get with that is a package for the MMI, the interior controls, which is a $2,600 package, which basically gives you voice control, gives you the color screen and the instrument panel, but it doesn't really give you a lot more than that. Navigation, but it's a $2,600 option. That seems like a lot of money for us, and I would say pass on that because you're going to want to focus on some of the maybe more useful options. There is also a convenience package that is equipped on this car, and it's $2,550, which includes power seats, it includes heated seats, and heated mirrors. So that seems like something somebody might actually be using, at least in our northern climate. That package, that $2,500 package, also comes with 18-inch wheels. Our car goes farther and adds an $800 option of 19-inch wheels. These are 35 profile tires, which I can't imagine how much these are going to cost to replace when you wear these tires out. I personally would skip on the 19-inch wheels for that reason. I think the 18-inch are probably going to be plenty fine. Plus, these larger wheels make your rotors look pretty small. I can say, however, I expected the 19-inch rims to really make this car ride harshly. They do not. This car actually rides very nicely for such a focused sports sedan with such large tires. The final option package that our car features is a $800 package that is a sport package. This is another one that we recommend. This comes with the paddle shifters for the dual clutch transmission, and it also comes with the 3-spoke steering wheel and aluminum accents on the interior and aluminum accents around the windows. Normally the cosmetic stuff I wouldn't want to pay too much money for, but it's part of the $800 package, and that interior is all black and quite dreary without the aluminum. So The $800 for the paddle shifters, the 3-spoke steering wheel, and the aluminum trim seems like a good value to us. We do have one feature here that is kind of handy. It's called Drive Select, and as we select it, we can select a comfort mode for driving, we can have an auto mode, or we can have a dynamic mode. I tried the dynamic mode. It was quite intense. It really was good at holding the revs on the engine quite high. I would tend to think, though, that this would be for someone who is actually driving the car on a track. It's probably a little too high-strung for daily driving. But one thing that you can do is set up this this configuration so that for an individual setting to your own preferences. And so that's what we have done. Also kind of humorous here for an Audi, we have a lot of blanked out buttons. 4 in fact that don't seem to do anything. Kind of amusing to us. Seats are very comfortable. Really recommend the upgraded seats. If you are a little bit taller, such as myself, over 6 foot tall, you will begin to notice that this is a smaller car because with the seat back where you need it, you're starting to sit behind the A-pillar. So again, kind of shows you the size car that you're in, but overall there is sufficient room. Armrests are a little ill-placed for somebody of my stature. So I have the front seat in the position where I have it to drive the car. So I'm about 6'3". You can see that there's really not a lot of space back here. In fact, my knee is going to impact the door when I close it. So make no mistake, this is still a small car. Just as the A4 was a small car 10 years ago, the A3 is still a small car as it fills the gap that the A4 left. It's a nice car, but don't be fooled. It's tight packaging. As we go into the trunk, one of the nice features is that we actually do have a external trunk release, not just an internal release with a pull. Actually, not too bad for the size car it is. We're very deep. All 3 sections of the seat fold, and then we do have, well, a little bit of storage underneath with the spare tire, which you can see how big that is in diameter to keep up with those 19-inch rims. So in the A3's transformation from a 5-door hatch into a 4-door sports sedan, we can say Audi's done a fantastic job. Really our main gripe with the car is that you can no longer get a manual transmission. But that aside, we think that if you show restraint with the option packages, you'll get a very good deal on a nice handling sports sedan.